Hey guys, welcome back to Flight Simulator. Today we're going to do a sightseeing trip in Eastern Africa. We're going to be flying the Textron 208, the Cessna 208, which is the Grand Caravan. And we are going to be taking off from the Jomo Kenyatta Airport in Nairobi. This is the capital of Nairobi, of Kenya, the city of Nairobi. And we're going to pick the north parking. Let's go medium, and if we zoom in we should see we're on the north side of the runway in general aviation parking. This is the terminal, a little bit more general aviation there. Where we are headed is to let me look it up here, HKKE. HKKE Keekorok Airport, which is a small village airport over here. We're going to do few clouds, preset weather, 9 a.m. There are issues with the live weather at the moment, and sometimes it loads, sometimes it doesn't. So we'll get some nice clouds here. We'll have a nice sunny day to fly out into the African bush. Live multiplayer's off, AI traffic preset there. And I think we're ready to go. The airplane's got 50% fuel, so we should be good to jump in. I will see you at the airport. Okay, here we are at Kenya, Nairobi Airport. This is my first time flying the Caravan. So we're going to hop inside. We're going to use the co-pilot to do the pre-start and start checklists just to make sure I don't miss anything. And then he'll just handle our communications as we chug along and do what we have to do. So let's jump inside. There we go. And what I'm going to do for this, let's go back a little bit and just, there we go, is I'm going to turn off my track IR just so it's not moving around as I am doing this. We'll go to AI control, checklist assistant, and we'll go to the checklist. I'm not worried about the pre-flight inspection of the cockpit. We are going to go to the before engine start, so we will use him as we run through.
Engine ignition selectors.
Normal.
Power lever. Idle.
Idle.
Prop RPM lever.
I'll put that in max.
Max RPM.
So let's fire up.
Battery switch.
On.
On. Beacon.
On.
On. Avionics number 1 switch. On. Fuel boost.
Goes to on. That's 2 clicks.
On. Starter. On. Fuel condition lever. Low idle. Starter.
Let's bring the starter back. Oh, wait for engine combustion, sorry. So this is a turboprop, so we are spinning up a jet engine here. Okay, so what are we waiting on here? Oh, a little bit of fuel. Wait for engine combustion, but what am I waiting for? have I missed something? Oh, yes, I did. Open the fuel tanks.
Nairobi ground, Cessna
There
5
we
Yankee, Delta Foxtrot Delta requesting pushback. Cessna 5 Yankee, Delta Foxtrot Delta pushback request accepted.
There we go, the engine's firing up. I think that was it. So let's go back over here. Starter can come off.
Off. Fuel boost.
To normal.
Norm. Avionics number 2 switch. On.
All right. So you can go away now, and we'll take you off that, but you can still do the radios. So there we go. We are up and running. As I said, it is a turboprop. So it's got a propeller on the front driven by a jet engine. Now the route's already laid in. We're going to fly, we're at about 5,000 feet right now. So we're going to set an altitude of, I think we're going to go with 8,000. Try not to move my head so it doesn't move around too much on the screen. We'll go with 8,000 for now. And we're going to go on heading mode when we first leave. And we're going to set our heading to, well, we're going to go westward. So 270. There we go. And that should be good. Oh, he's ready to push, so let me come off on there. Let's see what he's been talking. There's their pushback. Alright.
Nairobi ground, Cessna 5 Yankee, Delta Foxtrot Delta requesting the end of pushback. Cessna 5 Yankee, Delta Foxtrot Delta request to end pushback received. Nairobi ground, Cessna 5 Yankee, Delta Foxtrot Delta with Alpha request taxi for takeoff west departure. Cessna 5 Yankee, Delta Foxtrot Delta taxi to and hold short of runway 24 using taxiway Charlie Foxtrot Golf Lima. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready. Taxi to and hold short runway 24 using taxiway Charlie Foxtrot Golf Lima Cessna Delta Foxtrot Delta.
Okay, so I was just looking at the airport map. There's limited taxiways here. We're going to do an intersection takeoff. So let me just get the lights set up for taxi. So taxi lights are on. We'll put our nav light on. No smoking is on, seat belts on. And we don't need any of the de-icing. And we seem to be good. Alright, let's taxi. Let's parking brake off. It's got a big turning circle here. I think the runway is this way. Let me just zoom in here so I can see a little bit nicer. There we go. So we're going to go here, we're going to go across and then up around, and that'll bring us over about here. Not to the end of the runway, but it'll be a little bit closer. We're at a small airplane here. We'll do fine. So, I know we have preset weather, but it looks like a great day for flying out here in Africa. You can see some of the bigger airplanes over at the terminal. And we'll take a look outside at the airplane. Check both ways, everything looks good. Now this is a common airplane used in bush flying. It's a fixed gear, has a good cargo capacity, and it is equipped with a turboprop, so it can go good distances at a good altitude. So it should be pretty good. So we're going to turn to the left, and we'll head down as far as we can go. Go. Let's go back inside here. Taxi right up to the end. Turn left, and that'll put us at the runway again. So we should be seeing a lot of vegetation native to, slow her down a little bit, native to Africa. Some of the trees should be more in line with this continent than North America. And if we're lucky, we'll spot some animals out here as well. That was taxiway something else, I'm not sure which, and there's Lima coming up. She doesn't half want to roll quickly. So a distance of about 100 miles, and like I said, it's about a 5,000 foot dirt strip is where we're headed, and this airplane is perfect for that. So it'll give us a chance to look over Nairobi as we leave, and then out into the Kenyan bush. So once we're over here and we're at the hold short line again, I'll put on the brakes. We'll do the before takeoff just to make sure the prop and the power are set properly. Once again, if you haven't heard me say before, to look around the way I'm looking, I'm using Track IR, which is on my headphones and tracks head motion. So I can sit up, look out the window, move my head around, all without having to use keys or anything. Gives it a little bit more realistic feel to it. And this is the point we'll be taking off from. So there's no hold short line, but we're going to hold at this green taxiway light. Right there.
Nairobi Tower, Cessna 5 Yankee, Delta Foxtrot Delta at runway 24 ready for takeoff west departure.
Cessna 5 Yankee, Delta Foxtrot Delta cleared for takeoff runway 24 west departure approved.
Thank you. So we are going to do the before takeoff
Cleared for
checklist.
takeoff runway 24 Cessna Delta Foxtrot Delta. Parking brake.
Set.
Set. Strobe.
On.
On. Parking brake.
Oh. It's released.
Release.
Really? That's it? Anyway, landing lights are on, taxi light is off. I'm going to do... Oh, the prop is in full forward. The mixture control is in low idle. Don't know if that's correct or not. This is the power lever. We will trim down to takeoff. And we will put a notch of flaps. Alright, let's move out. Take you off. And I'll tell you we're good. We'll do a little bit of a rolling start here. Power up about 30%, roll it onto the runway. You have plenty of distance here. Alright, away we go. Power up, but don't over torque. Hold the nose down. Wants to go at a low speed. Come on. Oh, there we go. Very nose heavy on that pitch on takeoff. Climb it out. Come back on the map a little bit. Positive rate, we'll go up on the flaps. And we're going to climb out at about 100 knots.
Cessna Delta Foxtrot Delta, continue for west departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
Nairobi Tower Cessna 5 Yankee, Delta Foxtrot Delta, continue for west departure.
Alright, so we're going to put the autopilot on. There we go. So we're turning to our heading over the airport.
Cessna Delta Foxtrot Delta, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Nairobi Tower Cessna 5 Yankee, Delta Foxtrot Delta, frequency change.
Alright, so altitude is selected. We're going to go into...
Nairobi approach Cessna 5 Yankee, Delta Foxtrot Delta is type Cessna Caravan, 3 miles southwest of Nairobi. Request flight following.
Cessna 5 Yankee, Delta Foxtrot Delta, Nairobi approach. Squawk 5302.
Squawk 5302, Cessna Delta Foxtrot Delta.
Cessna Delta Foxtrot Delta, radar contact 4 miles west of Nairobi, 6,300 feet. Altimeter 29.92.
Copy, Cessna Delta Foxtrot Delta. Nairobi approach Cessna 5 Yankee, Delta Foxtrot Delta. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Cessna 5 Yankee, Delta Foxtrot Delta, Nairobi approach. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
There's Nairobi.
Cleared through Charlie airspace, Cessna Delta Foxtrot Delta.
And we're basically heading westwards now. We're coming up towards the intercept for our course. So what I'm going to do is, when that line comes down, I will turn on GPS nav mode, and that will have us following the GPS, and that'll take us right to where we have to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to here, and actually we're not bad. I'm going to pull the prop back a little bit. There we go, we're on the line. So we'll go into nav mode. Now the elevation of the airport we're going to, and if I look over at my other charts, right, so there, it's 5,591 feet, so it's about the same as where we left from. Down to 90 miles to go. So as we fly over Africa here, and we'll keep looking around, a little bit of information about the update, which I learned about today, is that they announced what's going to be updated yesterday, but the update will be sometime in the next 7 days, so probably early next week. There's a lot of stability issues, a lot of login issues, downloading issues that they're addressing and prioritizing, which is good because it was preventing people from actually getting into the sim and flying. Unfortunately, some of the other issues, such as the vertical VNAV functions in some of the airliners, some of the flight dynamics, the weather issue with it not loading sometimes and loading others and stuff like that. Apparently, it is not going to be addressed in this update. So as I was watching one YouTuber who was saying, like, you can kind of see it, because if you figure these guys have been working probably for 2 or 3 months straight getting ready for the main release, they're probably taking a little bit of time off, so it could be like a skeleton crew working on the main core issues that they're having to deal with, and then when the rest come back after a couple weeks, they'll start to work on the other stuff. I could perfectly see that. That is fine. It'd be nice when they get the airliners fixed. Apparently there's also, and not sure what the issue is, but there is a problem if you fly for more than 3 or 4 hours, it really starts to lose frame rates and get buggy. As you said, not sure if that's a memory leak issue or something else, but that will be something that has to be addressed, because a lot of people do fly long transatlantic, trans-Pacific flights, so that would definitely be something that would impact on that. So we're pretty much out of Nairobi airspace, almost. When we get to the other side of the ridge line here, we will be, and then we will be out in the wilds of the African countryside. A wind farm there. A little village. So yeah, hopefully the update comes soon, and we can get things updated and start looking at other things. I have downloaded some extra liveries. I'm using one here. We'll go outside and take a look at it. The livery for the caravan. As you can see, something a little bit different. Susie Air.
Cessna Delta Foxtrot Delta, you're leaving my airspace. Resume on navigation.
There we go.
Contact Nairobi Center on 118.5.
118.5 for Cessna Delta Foxtrot Delta.
Nice looking airplane.
Nairobi Center, Cessna 5 Yankee, Delta Foxtrot Delta, 8,000 feet.
Cessna 5 Yankee, Delta Foxtrot Delta, Nairobi Center, continue as planned. Altimeter 29.92.
And a perfect view of where we're headed at over the African countryside. So we're going to keep flying some of the smaller airplanes. We've got the Nevada bush trip ongoing. We've got some, still got some more, a couple more user requests I've got to do. The flight training videos are all shot. They're just waiting to come up in the release schedule. So it should be pretty good. I have downloaded, and I'm going to start playing with a sort of an offline or third-party career mode. You start a little cargo company, and you can work your way up and get jobs and stuff. It gives you a purpose to fly and things to do. So that's something we will do and keep doing as we move along. But for now, I think what we'll do is we will go to some nice shots of the aircraft and of Eastern Africa and Kenya in specific, and we will meet up again as we get closer to our destination. Hey guys, welcome back. We're about 12-13 miles out from the airport. As you can see, we flew through a little cloud and all of a sudden we iced up. This is another issue with the sim. It is very aggressive on how quickly ice forms. And for some reason they've got it set so it doesn't matter what the temperatures are, it doesn't matter how thick the clouds are, how much moisture is there. Come near a cloud, you're going to ice up, which is not accurate. You do not ice up on summer days, warm weather, and clouds. You can get rain and condensation, but you're not going to get ice all the time. Just a little on the ridiculous side. And at 10,000 feet in Africa in the summer, the outside air temperature is not going to be -4 degrees. just not going to happen. Anyway, we're going to start our descent. So I'm going to bring us down to 7,000 feet. I had to climb up to 10,000 due to some...
Hotel Kilo Kilo Echo Traffic Cessna 5 Yankee, Delta Foxtrot Delta 11 miles east, 10,000 feet inbound to land, runway 27.
Yeah, due to some pretty high mountains and a ridge we've flown. There's some more cloud coming up. That's going to be a real pain. So we're going to come back on the power. Speed will be kept up. We're probably going to have to overfly the airport and then come around. It is 5,500 feet, so our circuit height's going to be 6,500. It's probably going to add more ice to the damn thing. But once we get down into positive temperatures, the ice should go away. A couple little field bush airports around us. We're 7 miles out now. And as we make our descent, I'm going to bring her down a little bit more aggressively. Let's go with about 15. 2,000 is good. Hope everybody back there is doing good. Short flight, wasn't too long. But you're heading out to where you can enjoy your stay. I guess the passengers on board are going on safari. So the temperature is now 0. Annoyingly, with this ice on the window. Take her down to 6,500. Should be good for a nice circuit height as we approach the airport. Temperature's going up. Got a few hills around, but we're heading out to a flatter area. There we go. Bring the power up a little bit. Keep our speed up. About 130 should do. I am going to put the prop fully forward now. Not the throttle. Prop control. There we go. So we're 2 miles out. We should be able to see the runway. I think that's it right there. Through all that ice. Well, there she is. So this is going to make for an interesting landing. Let's bring the range in a little bit. Okay, we're overflying. So we will disconnect the autopilot. Where's the button? There it is. Slow turn. Keep about 6,500 feet. Head back around to the east. And we'll get her ready to land. Icing situations pretty aggravating. east. The runway goes due east and west. Just going to set the course to heading, sorry. Actually, we want it west. We were right. 27, come on. 270. There we go. Ourselves resituated. We're bringing back the power. First notch of flaps. About 95. Head north. Kind of make it out. Try to find a hole we can look through. Ah, there it is. Okay. Let's notch your flaps. Head west. There she is. Should be able to line her up from here. See that little hole in the ice in front of us. Almost tempted to fly with no clouds until they get this icing thing figured out. You should be able to pass through clouds like that. Light fluffy ones like that without any issues. Alright, let's trim it.
Hotel Kilo Kilo Echo Traffic Cessna 5 Yankee Delta Foxtrot Delta is on final runway 27 to land.
Unfortunately, I didn't see any animals on the way. We're a bit high.
500.
Hopefully our passengers will get a better look at them while they're out here on safari. Go. A little bit of a flare. Kill the power. Oh, come on. There we go. Brake. All right. Let's turn around. Four degrees, yeah, 4 degrees Celsius on the ground in Africa is not the outside air temperature. Sorry, game. I don't care what you say. At least the ice is melting a little bit. Head over here to the terminal area, as it were. Come on. Well, we are definitely out in the middle of nowhere, that's for sure. Two reasons I retracted my flaps very quickly when we landed. First reason is it decreases the lift and it puts more weight on the gear for braking. We'll just park right here. Second reason is prevent stones from hitting the flaps from the wheels. Don't want that. Okay, parking brake is on. The mixture will go off. The engine's shutting down. Avionics can come off. All the lights can come off. Turn off the pitot system. Oh, no, I don't need that. That's you. So the fuel boost comes off. The starters in off. Ignitions in normal or on. Don't need it. Standby power is fine. Generators on, and the battery comes off. So here we are once again on the ground, this time in Africa. Let's hop outside.